Sorry, I'm still getting set up and everything. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Yeah. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to your stream. This is a little bit, sudden and everything. But, okay, good. Loud and clear. Good to hear. But, yeah, I've been wanting to get this done for a while. I've just never had the opportunity to until now. Or rather, I should say I should never have the energy until now. But either way. So, today is an interesting one because for the first time ever, I have been paid to play a particular game called Slay the Princess. Now, I know nothing about this game, aside from the fact that it's a psychological horror visual novel, sort of. That's all I pretty much know about it from what I was gathering from when I bought it on Steam. Either way, this is gonna be, I've decided to categorize this as the first time playing. To those joining and those just not unaware with it, I sort of have a series, kind of, that I just started making called First Time Playing. I did it a while back. I don't... The point is, it's basically just a series of games that I just play for the first time. Now, there are a few rules pretty much in the sense that I have sort of decided to do on my own, but I don't think I've actually spoken about it. So the first one, and I got a message about this by the person who actually paid me to do this in particular. When I do first time playing, I do it on my own. I don't add in people for voice chat. I don't have Discord or lobby open and whatnot. I just do it on my own. The reason for this being is because it's not that I think in any way, shape, or form that people or others just ruin the experience. Not in any way, shape, or form. Like, if you know me, you know I like to bring on people for, like, various games and whatnot, and we just, talk it out or just have fun and everything. The reason why I decided to do this on my own is because I want my reactions, I want my impression to be genuinely my own. I kind of feel like if I were to bring in other people, even though, I like a game or I may not like a game, I kind of feel like in its own way, other people would sort of, influence me or even change my opinion on it. I want my opinion for this to be more so my own, before I decided, okay, now I'll bring other people in. Now, in regards to the games that I decided to do first time playing on, this does not guarantee that I will do a full playthrough live. Depending on the game, it could just be, I do it once, and then I might like it, never do it again. Or, I could do it once, but then I'm like, you know what, I like this game, but I don't think it's worth, I don't think it's something I would prefer to continue on with live streaming, so I just play it on my own and continue to play it. Or, if the game, depending on how I perceive it, depending on how I feel about it, if it is something where I'm just like, you know what, I want to continue playing it, live and everything, I continue going down that route. And it's not, I don't really have, a major scale, I don't really have, a major grading system. That's for a reason, gotcha, yeah. I don't really have a scale or a major grading system or a tier list or anything. It's basically just, am I feeling it? That's really it. And also, considering that this is a psychological horror game, I should say this, I don't tend to play a lot of horror games. Now, some people might come out and think, oh, you're just, scared of things and whatnot. Well, it's obviously. I mean, that's the point of horror, is to be scared. But there is another reason why, in particular, I don't necessarily play a lot of horror games. And that's mainly because of who I am. Now, it's no secret, I have been open with talking about my personal health history and whatnot, with Crohn's and everything. And I have been vocal about, being in the hospital and everything. Hey, Star. I have been vocal about being in the hospital and everything. The thing is just, I don't necessarily know if it is possible with me, I don't want to risk getting a heart attack for playing or watching something that is horror. Now, by that I mean, if people want to go on the level of say, hey, do you want to watch Drag Me to Hell? That's where I'm like, I back out because it's just like there's kind of a limit to what I can handle personally, and I don't really want to risk my like stress levels and my like anxiety and just everything, just my blood pressure and everything rising to the point where I just suddenly just start not feeling really good. So I play it safe. Now that said, it's not to say that I can't enjoy horror entirely. Hence why when I was looking at it, it was just like it said it was tagged with psychological horror. I'm like, psychological horror is a different case because it's not in the sense of like Five Nights at Freddy's where it's just like what you do in the game is just like you just it's basically just waiting to get jump scared essentially. It's not like that. Essentially, like if you know me, like I have played Amori before. And Amori is a psychological horror game. It doesn't really have any big jump scares. It has some scares here and there, but it doesn't have like major jump scares or major like horror scenes in the grand scheme of things. It's more of a subdued, more kind of under the skin at times. And in the grand scheme of things, like games like those that are just like horror but utilized on a different level, that I can handle. It's just the obvious stuff in the grand scheme of things where I look at this and I'm like, yeah, I don't really know if I want to risk it. But that said, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think necessarily that is going to negatively affect my impression on whether or not I like or hate this game. And again, like, I don't know what to expect, and quite frankly, when I'm going into this not knowing what to expect, I kind of like that. And I'll get started in a little bit, but one game in particular I just want to talk about that I went in with full high expectations was a game called After Us. And it was a game that I was like really excited for, I really wanted to enjoy, I really wanted to love. And when I played it, I just felt like lackluster. Like I felt like there was something missing. I felt like it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And I felt terrible, and at the end I just ended up hating it. It's and that's the worst feeling, going in with big expectations and then just absolutely like kicking yourself because over it and everything. I don't so again, like I know little to nothing about Slay the Princess. I don't really know what to expect. All I know is just more so some things I looked at when I saw it on Steam, and that I got paid to play it. So that's about all I know about it. So anyway, yeah. So I want to get into this. I want to see what this game has to offer. So yeah. So yeah. Let me just unmute everything, and we should be good to go. Hopefully the game won't be too loud. Okay. Alright. This is a horror game, and it is not intended for all audiences. Hey, if it wasn't clicks... Hey, if it doesn't click, still glad it was given a fair shot all the same. I don't know if it will or if it won't. We'll only have to see. If you need a full list of content warnings... Nah, I want to go into this blind. Kinda. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. So I'm guessing if you have, if you're susceptible to vertigo as well as have a history of epilepsy, probably isn't a good idea to watch this. If either of these causes health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Personally, they don't for me. Yeah. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Why do I feel like that is a line I'm going to repeat? It's like the, It's like the line, you know, for kids. Play Grand Theft Auto 3. It lets you kill people, hijack cars, and burn shit to the ground. You know, for kids. It's a... it's a family picture. Alright. Right out the gate, oh. Okay, anyway, that says a lot. So yeah, Slay the Princess. Don't know how this is gonna go, but let's give it a shot. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that
I'm getting
cabin
more vibes from this already.
is
Yeah,
a
kind of.
princess.
Except Amori was more sort of like, I would say subtle with its horror and unassuming. Like, I don't know, give you this like mixture of sort of like just not sure what to think about it when it started off. This already kind of gives a mixture of like sadness, but already I can tell with the narrator this kind of has a, well, I don't really have a frame of mind considering I don't play like D&D, but it does have Stanley Parable type feel to it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, I mean, what has the world done for me recently? What if I want that? Oh, that's not good. Give me a sec. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I got the wrong mouse, but I didn't realize that these were moving textures. So I have a mouse hooked up to my Steam Deck, because I figured that this was going to be like some moments where it's like point and click, which I'm kind of right. But, oh wow, I can scroll through this. Holy sh... Wow. There's a lot of options here, so it is sort of a choose-your-own-adventure type deal. Oh. Anyway, I gotta move the follower bar so that not just the stream can see it, but so that I can see it, because I'm looking at this through... Oh, hang on. Yep. I'm looking at this through Streamlabs. Okay. There we go. So, go to performance. And we'll begin. Yeah, true freedom and sense from these choices alone. He didn't even tell his bestie he was playing video. Smug, I don't know whether or not you're online or offline, honestly. I mean, I didn't really tell much people at all that I was already streaming. The only reason why I told Arashi was because he paid for it. Okay, so let's see. The end of the world, what you're talking about. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? That's why Yoshi was raggedy. That's why your parents are dead. Dead as hell. What's their power level? What power level do they have in the ground? That's why they can't pray to the god of destruction. How about that? People are like, oh my god, like, dear god, whoever this Soza person is a real fucking asshole. Not realizing that, no, this is just how me and Smug interact. Okay, so, the end of the world, wait, I gotta turn that down. There we go, more freedom. The end of the world, what you're talking about, have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though. Could be worse if I was using the AI. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Can someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get a reward for doing this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I always wanted to off a monarch, Viva la Revolution. So I continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. Yeah, this is I'm already impressed. The amount of freedom here. I already said it, so...
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
What if I do? I mean, if it's like a Dark Souls type world, it's dying anyways. Might as well get a girlfriend out of it.
I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
What if I am? Huh? What if I am? Huh? It's a free country! Oh, okay, so different... You don't know me, voice. Okay, so different questions. Okay, so... Alright, so it's not like, So it's not like Telltales or Fallout levels of your decision kind of continues on. Here we go.
While I appreciate the
I love how I say that right before the narrator is... You know, some assholes would do that. Well, I appreciate the mental exercise. We are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
But have you ever considered that maybe the question is not if she's locked up, if that would make her dangerous, but more so that through time that she becomes dangerous because she's locked up? Like, no joke, isolation's a bitch.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end. There is no changing that.
Honestly, I'm just curious, and I want to see, like, just how true that is, so I'm most likely going to be ending the world.
Arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
I just streamed GG Strive, so literally I'm just thinking of that fucking question. Wait, hang on. Smug, have you ever considered that maybe fear of the unknown and xenophobia and why Eldritch creatures keep being vilified? You're the racist here, narrator, not me. How would it end? With she patient zero for the Rona? Oh, time to be that asshole. But again, cut to Guilty Gear Strive. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The omelet.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Wait, this is my job? Am I getting paid for this? I mean, technically speaking, wait, I actually did get paid for this. Okay, do I get some sort of reward for this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Nah, no, that's not how this works. You're gonna have to tell me what I get before that happens. Do I get paid up front? Can someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
This is a load of barnacles. 500 up front, 500 when I'm done. That's how this mercenary work goes. Smug. I heard that! Killing Princess seems kind of a bad, though, doesn't it? Forget I'm not doing this. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Is it a girlfriend? Because I guarantee you, if it ain't that, then I guarantee you this is gonna disappoint me. Sure, whatever. At the end of the world, what are you talking about?
The end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
That sentence in and of itself is an oxymoron. No more bees, no more birds, no more trees, and no more people. But here's the thing. People are the leading cause of death for birds and trees. So what if I do want the world to end? But how can a princess locked away in the basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Sir, the world is about to end if I don't follow what you're saying. Smug, honestly, I have basic knowledge about this game. I remember the demo. Huh. Sir, the world is about to end if I don't kill her. You think maybe it's time to stop being vague and possibly tell me the whole fucking truth so I don't fuck this up? I'm just saying, it just sounds like you want me to fuck up. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
You know me! I could, nah. Sounds like he's the asshole here, yeah. You don't know me! What if I'm out here to take a piss? What if initially I was out here to free her? You ever think about that? Like, what if I'm like her relative and just noticed that she was locked up and decided to free her? Motherfucker, you don't know me! I guess answering this, though.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress.
You never thought this far, have you?
Something of value to society.
Arashi, give him time. Thinking's new to him. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society. And despite... Listen, magic body disembodied voices can never be good. Ask Stanley. We can't. He's stuck in a room. That sounds like a metaphor or a joke or anything, but no, that's literally it. He's stuck in a room. And here's the thing. Seamstresses, like, might contribute to something of value to society, but... there's a reason for government system being put in place. Like, regardless of what you want to say about royalty and monarchy and all that stuff, like, there's a reason for government to begin with. At the very least, is to push all of the problems of the world onto that person. So who am I going to push the world's problems onto if I don't have that person to do it? No, forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
You know what? No. Bring it back to Stanley Parable. What if I just stay here? Let's not choose this door. Let's just stay here. What's gonna happen if I don't? I mean, from the sounds of it, if the princess gets out of the cabin, the world ends, right? So, I just need to not fuck with her. I think that's pretty... Yeah, I think that's pretty, apparent. If I just turn around, leave, or stay here, what's to stop the world from continuing on as it has been? To quote the president from Australia, we need someone to blame, and it can't be Schmitty. Not the quote I thought you were going to bring up. Conventional weapons have no effect on this monster, and we all know nukes ain't an option. Sure they are. Just, Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her. If she's as bad as you say, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not conveying anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin, so... Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. I almost want to say that as a fucking smug-ass comment, but, fuck it.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I'm 23, a virgin, and have no girlfriend. Do you really think I wouldn't be opposed to being a fucking simp?
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Well, you're fucking doomed. Oh wait, no, I'm 24 now. Fuck, I forgot.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
What if I don't care about anyone but myself?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
That should be a set of this game. You don't know me! On one hand, destroy the world. On the other, girlfriend.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
If I didn't read the text, I could swear to God this narrator would have fucking schizophrenia. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yes, I do. Shut up, whore! Proceeding to the cabin because that's my only choice, I guess.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Now I'm just picturing that, it's hilarious. Wait, so who are... Smug, wait, so who are we if the hero can talk? We're just gonna let that sit there, I'm not even gonna answer it. Just bask in this silence and this awkwardness. I don't know if you've met me, but I am very much accustomed to that. Mainly because I create these type of situations. Yeah. Well, that got meta.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Existential crisis. Do this right, so we can't just choke the life out of her? We can't just Mortal Kombat drive my hand into her chest and pull out her heart? I can't fucking beat her over the head with a fucking table? The knife. The knife has to be it. Enter the basement. They put this there for a reason. This is most likely going to be like one of those moments, I imagine, where it's just like either this is a fuck, what is that one game? It's that one game where it's like if you open the cellar, all of a sudden a monster comes out and they kills you. I'm forgetting the name. No, it's a survival horror game, but it's kind of like that where I imagine if I enter the basement, there's going to be something that just kills me. I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
That or it's a nice blade and I just want it for myself. Oh, okay. So I thought there was like a separate location.
Revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below.
That's at least 5 silver.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Smug, did you write this? He's on you, run! Run, mother! They know!
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, there's an actual woman. I mean, whoop, 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 whoop. That's the sound of the police. It's an actual woman. For a second there, I thought everyone was gonna be voiced by the fucking narrator.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Wait. Is that why we're killing her? It's because she's in charge? We're killing her because women can't be in charge! Man, this narrator's a real piece of shit, isn't he? This narrator wants to kill her because she's a woman and women can't be in charge. Oh. This narrator really must like cuties. That's all I'll say about that. She sounds dangerous. She sounds like a woman. Take that as you will. You're saying women are dangerous? I love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
She said 2 words. Who's there? Bitch, I've been manipulated and gaslit before. This is nothing. Literally, it's nothing. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay, how'd she get the other shackle removed? And if that shackle is actually just the under end, other shackle removed, and if that chain is just the other end of the chain attached to her right wrist, is she actually even restrained at all? How'd she get free? You know, cut back to the whole thing of why I have to kill her, maybe telling me about what exactly she's capable of doing in order to end the world, maybe that would be good.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Nah, 6 out of 10.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way. What? No. This is a fucking happening line. What? No. You know what? I'm curious. I'll just kill her.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I am just curious what happens. I imagine the game just ends.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Or
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I drop it, but then I just like switch hands, and then I carry, and then I'm now grabbing the blade, and I just fucking throw it at her head. Like fucking Shepard in Modern Warfare 3.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I just want to see what
You lunge
happens.
forward without a moment's hesitation.
This bitch empty. Yay!
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Well, apparently you can end the world. We did it. We killed an unarmed woman. And to make matters worse, she's white. Truly, this is something that the country is going to get up in arms about. I was AFA for a minute and she's already dead. Yep. It's like fucking cutting. It's like fucking skipping the cutscenes in South Park. Just a guy points a gun at you, skip cutscene. Oh, he's been crushed by a sign.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes
That's it,
herself
folks. Good game.
to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Arrogant? She looks pissed that I killed her.
But is it over? Really over?
We stabbed her once! Zombie land etiquette! We got a double tap! Yeah, of course not. That was too easy.
Over. Don't get all worked up.
Dude. Double tap. At least just step on the blade or something. Oh god, I just remembered the fucking... Okay, so to anyone who hasn't, there is an early days not Guilty Gear, early days Metal Gear, where Raiden fights a vampire. There's a scene of him having a blade in his foot, and he just, like, gets on top of the vampire and then just steps on it. There is a clip of Funny Wes doing that, and it loops together where it looks like he's dancing, and he just goes, "Hello, my baby! Hello, my honey! Hello, my nighttime gal!" and the fucking vampire is just like, "Stop! Stop! Stop!"
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Fuck a pulse, just take it, just grab the blade and then just grab the blade and just...
I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
There's a lot he's not telling us.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Remove the blade, check for a pulse. Fuck it, you're right, she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good.
The
One of
greater
these days might
good.
sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
And then she pops up out of the fucking cabin saying, like, "Ah, you should have double tapped, moron," and then just chokes the life out of me.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Wait, you mean that wasn't enough to kill her? Oh my god, who fucking could have seen this coming?
What happened?
We didn't double tap, that's what happened.
Everyone is fine. It's just that cabin and how far away from. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I don't apologize for saying... Quarantine. I don't apologize for saying that just now. I'm immediately thinking of the fucking Hellsing Ultimate scene.
Now, what are you going to do? Just get the process. What process? The standard process of bringing entry. You're supposed to shoot the husband, rape the wife, then shoot the wife. But you gotta shot the husband and shot the wife. Don't mean nothing. No, it's us. Now get Raver. A little bit to differ. Boy, still war. Go on now, mate. Go have standards. No shooting Raven, but that convenience is too far. If you're such a bug about procedure, then why'd you do a 5-point room scan? Alright, I'll take it for that one. That's what happens when you do not perform a 5-point room scan. You're right. So you get a 5-point room scan, now get to the Raven. Steady on. I'm not apologizing. Just out of I'm not apologizing. Wait, this is my prize? This is so great. Thank you so much. Wait, this is my prize? That's bullshit. Let me... Oh. Okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Plot twist, the narrator just wanted me to kill her and just wanted me to get out of the way. What if that is the whole reality? Is just like the narrator is actually just someone that both the princess and the hero know, and this is its revenge story.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
So, I imagine one of two things is going to happen. Actually, one of three things. Either the girl is nothing more than a skeleton, or the girl actually is some undead immortal, and she's just gonna, like, tease him with the fact that, like, hang what he did to her over his head for days. Either that, or we have gone insane over the isolation for so long, and now we're just imagining that there's this girl that we killed just looming over us.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Of course we are. I like it here.
Really? Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time. It is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here. The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears. Eventually, you pass into a blissful
Oh god, the voices are back.
existence.
Now take your joy. Oh god, I forgot about that game.
Ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift. You simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Welcome to White Space. You've been here for as long as you remember. Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone. Well, that was Slay the Princess. Ah, that's great. The voices in your head. Here's the track order for a special playlist that you use for tickets from yada yada. Exploit. I'll just return. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that was just the straightforward narrow ending, but considering the freedom of this game, it was... Where are we? Did Euroway, Mr. Yeah. Considering the freedom of this game, yeah, that's not No, that's not the only one. I was curious though, but alright.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay, so what happens if I just turn around and leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Don't know, don't care, fuck you. Wait, hang on. Okay, fine. You're persistent. I'll go You're fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and slay the princess. Ugh! Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her, or maybe I won't. Guess we'll see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Yeah.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange.
Wow, he's
It
giving
looks
more
like
skins to
the path
Frank over and over again.
Also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again.
Oh god, this is Stanley Parable!
Saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies.
God damn it, narrator.
Dies. Forever.
Everyone eventually dies. You're not. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this, you fucking asshole.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
I'm starting to wonder who the real manipulator it is, because it sounds like you're pretty much gaslighting me now.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
I know we turned left at a rock.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Wait, I'm confused. Do you want me to be with her, or do you want me to lay her, or do you want me to slay her? Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm gonna just go keep trekking through this wilderness till I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
What have they done for me recently?
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins.
Is this
destined to
fucking
find
Bioshock
you
Infinite?
you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating
How do we know
me
we don't just
than
have
you
a
do about
million
the fate
eyes?
of the world.
Just fucking see Bart Simpson show up. Jabby, jabby, jab, jab, jab.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of
This
certain
motherfucker is gaslighting me. This is pretty obvious. Who's the real manipulator here?
You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. It's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Wait, so... if I didn't do anything, the world was just gonna end anyway? But if I were to go in and let her free, then everyone was just gonna die as well. So, either way, in the end, I was just gonna be screwed regardless. Oh. But then what's the point of killing her?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a prince. You're here to slay her.
If you don't. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks. But I died, the whole world ended. These walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the captain. Can't just force me.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it.
This motherfucker is gaslighting
Someone
me.
might have gotten lost. Or
This motherfucker is gaslighting me.
someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Oh dear God, now I am going insane.
He might have walled off
Or the
everything.
narrator is going insane. I don't know who the fuck this is anymore.
Plenty of other ways we can ruin his
So what did I miss? Oh, gaslighting. Pretty much.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you can pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude.
Two
Stuff
narrators.
those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure that the narrator is just schizophrenic. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
Bitch, this is just like Far Cry 5. All I did was just say no.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Dear God. The narrator actually does have schizophrenia.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose that the world really did end last time, didn't it?
Unreliable narrators
Should be
think like
careful.
anybody could technically
we
just
know we
pretend
just
to be a
got lucky.
storyteller. I've never seen with this. Honestly, yeah. What was it called? There's a few different stories that actually tackle this. I think Catcher in the Rye is the first one to come across one. Like the main character in Catcher in the Rye, Holden Caulfield, is like if you read it, just how it's quote unquote supposed to be read. Holden Caulfield comes off as this very mature gentleman and everything. He's very like there's a deeper and like more like subtle meaning to his character and everything. But in reality, he's a spoiled brat. Like literally, there was a chapter early on where he just calls a hooker up to his room, and before they even get to do anything, he pusses out and says, "Yeah, actually, I don't want you here. Bye." But the writing makes it think that it's like he's doing it actually to like, it's supposed to be like really deep and metaphorical and everything. No, he just literally called up a girl to have sex and then literally just bailed out the moment which just came to it.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Yep, okay, I'm heading to the cabin now. We're going to slay that
You know
princess.
I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Ignore him. He's just being difficult. Let's...
I guess I have to. I tried getting out of this, there's no way out.
The cabin interior...
Literally like Magic Circus, there is no way
A
out.
confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space.
Hold it.
It's all shifted,
Hold up.
an inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
This is a different layout. Like, the windows are different, there's a hole in the ground, there's a mirror. This is different.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
I like this guy. He's making some good sense here.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain an incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Alright, but very much welcome. You're dealing with a princess. Yeah, not some descendant of madness thing like schizophrenia. Like you said, the schizophrenia angle. You think this is like I kind of wonder if this is like Far Cry 3. You know? Like, I mean, we're doing the exact same thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. This is literally the definition of insanity.
You can't just say that. But when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job.
No, your job is to gaslight me.
And through that action, save the entire world.
Your job is to gaslight me into doing what you want.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose your... Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Lose yourself in the music the moment you want it. You better never let it go.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
And how do you know that?
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane.
The more things change, the more they will stay the same.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
We should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
It's gonna be like an Amori moment.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Hello, General Mills. I think my bowl of Count Chocula has been spiked. Little Leo guy comes out of the bowl. Actually, I'm the one who spiked your bowl. I'm sorry. Well, you didn't exist till 5 minutes ago, so I guess I'm just clearly insane. Great, fucking great.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I also want to look at myself. Approach the mirror.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Dear God. I'm a vampire!
You reach forward and rub your hand
What?
against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Where... okay, I'm intrigued.
But it was there a second ago. Now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
But who was phone? Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from
This game brought to you by MC Escher.
walls. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing.
Architecture, I knew Lovecraft was behind this.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Well, they're doing a better job than fucking Legion from Ghost Rider. And seeing as how we are many, we figured that it would be only right to just talk like we normally do at the same time, or stretch out our bowels! Like Dogheart! Out of this house! Out of this house! Spirits be gone from this house!
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
We're fucking insane.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his death.
Watch her be extremely nice this time. That'll bring that boy for this! Honestly, to add to that, what if she literally is just a nice girl? Hell, what if we're the ones who end up ending the world? That's an interesting thought. What if we're the ones who just end up ending the world? And they tie... And the fact that this is a love story, they tie in fucking, like, if I kill the person I'm supposed to be with, like, that ends the world for me, but everyone else is fine. Center.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. Concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you've made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern.
Our only aim is due
what looks
forward.
to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up. Or maybe, but no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much.
My theory was more along the line of she's a nice girl, just some ancient monster that misunderstood and doesn't understand human morality. I mean, that's a theory. I don't know, I like the idea that we're the ones who end the
Slowly
world.
lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, till the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Oh cool, we got concept art.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as... What the hell was that? What happened to us?
What if either of them is them dying is what caused the world to end and Nera is trying to cause that? It's possible.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And, why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
That isn't a figure of speech. We literally are insane. For the record, I know absolutely know this game better than the demo.
You're here to...
He's just being an ass. We remember. I'm not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit. Bearing's normal. So let's take a look at some news. I'm sorry I didn't realize it was here. What's her name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and being put together again. Do you know what happened to me? For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. You know why you're here. You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent here to slay you. Well, I'm going insane right now, so I feel like this is the best option.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
I mean, I had a better look at who I am currently, so I honestly say in the grand scheme of things now, you're probably more normal looking than I am.
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures.
Dear God, we are going
Where there was
insane.
once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
Nobody said there would be jump scares. Honestly, if it wasn't for the sound effect, that I don't think that would have been as surprising.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
What happened last time, we tried to fucking get out of here.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. It's not already too late. You have a job to do here. And you
All I did
need
was
to do it
talk.
now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put together again. Do you know what happened to me?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no
Yeah, I
way
wasn't
out.
expecting it the first
Barely
time,
a way
but
in.
yeah, it wasn't as surprising the second time.
Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you up,
I will devour you.
What's her name?
Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
Kinky.
No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
I mean, she literally said her name was Princess. I don't know what you are, but I can't... Oh god, we are insane. I'm getting you out of here, trying to free her. I don't know who you are, but I can't trust you anything near retrieve the blade. Wow, we are going fucking insane. Hang on, I'm curious. Okay, but look, yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, it is. If I let you out of here, what are you gonna do?
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person? Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
if you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction. It's infuriating, isn't it?
What? Real answer? Literally, one of them said, you can kill me if you want to.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers. Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
There's more of you now.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Yeah, I'm going fucking insane.
I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. It must be fear creeping into your heart.
You know you can't stop me.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
I'm guessing. Okay, so I'm guessing that's where this ends.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
Wait. He just said, if you don't act now, there'll be nothing in here but her. And he said that like it's a bad thing.
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
I'm just gonna ask it, which one?
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
I only got one option. Wait. Did you say anything else? Nah. Nothing here.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her
Wait, what?
endings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish.
Did we just stumble into a Doctor Strange set? Where the fuck did we get a blade?
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
This is the weirdest Adventure Time episode I've ever seen.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world, the princess collapse in on themselves before it falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart?
Oh my god, turned into a face stealer. Still would. Ew. She's got 6 legs. 7 vaginas.
We should help her. I think we did this. Surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
You didn't think your actions had consequences. Total Recall, love that movie. It's going to be okay. Well, looks like we're in Mori again. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone and replaced with something
She's
else.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Alright. What do I look like?
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Mirror is gone. Supposed to look in the mirror. Approach the
I'm
mirror.
begging you, don't do this.
We gotta. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that.
You notice Nero is gone, so is your force? Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that the narrator just faded out as soon as the princess like formed into the three-bodied monster and whatnot. The voices feel small, distant as you approach. These silences reach forward, they're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Really? Yeah, really, that's very astute of you, Captain Obvious. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. You are at the cabin.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you trapped me in here? Wait, what? Attack the entity, destroy your body. She turned to Legion. Honestly, I'm just gonna say it. I think all these questions are a dud. But I'll just ask this.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Yeah.
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Fuck it.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Gather the Chaos Emeralds, shatter the wall between dimensions. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Well, that was easy.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
Wouldn't it be nice to live together? Wouldn't it be nice to live
is a
together?
princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Before I say anything, I want to know. I'm guessing it just brings me exactly back to where I started.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will...
Yeah, at this point, I'm not really interested in listening to what the narrator says.
The interior of the cabin is
Yeah, so I think it
almost
just brought me
entirely
back to the
bare.
first chapter.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I mean, grant her this. She hasn't lied. I mean, grant her this. She hasn't lied to us once. I mean, she's been pretty straightforward. Honestly, the narrator's the one that's just egging me on. Yeah, so fuck the narrator.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice.
Hello?
Is hypnotizing. It's
Oh?
the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
That was different.
You're playing a dangerous
Because she said
game
who's
by
there
coming
last time.
here unarmed.
Hi, I think I'm here to slay you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Okay, so I imagine
There's a
that this
heavy
is
chain
still
around her
part of
wrist,
the I went
binding
insane
her
route.
to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Either that or not grabbing the blade actually gets this round.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're Latir for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? I will send here to slay you. What have you... Oh, question about this.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I mean, it's what lead me to believe what the hell she's been doing for food and water.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat.
Which also leads to the whole thing of her being like a nigh immortal eldritch creature and whatnot. So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
I'm just going to go on a limb and say she doesn't want to give her name out to a complete and utter stranger. Which, fair enough.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I'm going to keep you locked down here at least a little bit. We can get to... What? Heck, what? Okay, let me read this. I'm going to keep you locked away down here at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. This is the most incelish answer I've ever heard of it. No. Okay. I'm sorry, but I can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your right. Retrieve the blade. Nah, it's just stuck her. That's not sorry here. Not anyway. I can't believe they've been keeping you down like this and getting you out of here. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Don't make me regret this. I don't know anything about you for all you... Yeah, I'd rather learn more about why she's here.
course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
There's not really a lot of our new answers, so apparently you're supposed to end the world. I'm starting to think it's true. Okay, so this is a two-parter. Good. It's not like the other fucking games where it's just like, that leads to an answer. It's just like, you say hello, it just goes, hello, fucker. NPC, I'm gonna kill your whole family for fun. But I wanted to see for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Cut to Sonic destruction. Why would I destroy the city? I live here! Smug. Okay, so the question is, though, if she is some sort of eldritch monster, which she most likely is, how is a single iron cuff keeping her restrained? I mean, I questioned that earlier. And furthermore, why is there only a single iron cuff? Why not 2? Why not 4? There's a slot in this basement for a second iron cuff, and it's not even on her wrist.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No! Interestingly enough, they didn't! I've been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me no, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. This is a few different questions here. I've been told enough. I have not been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. I don't know. If the thing about her being manipulative is true, that, but remain silent, that's just creepy. In its own way. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. Honestly, it's a mixture between I was hoping you'd tell me and which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. Those are like the two biggest ones I think are the best in this book. It's not to say I don't think she's actually dangerous. Honestly, for this, I'm more inclined to believe her. I mean, lesser of two evils situation, it could be a whole thing of, like, yeah, the narrator's a piece of shit, but she could also be a piece of shit. There's that. It's not that I don't think she's not dangerous, because I've seen more so at least part of what she can do, even if I wasn't sane.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
Okay.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
It doesn't make her evil, though. Just because she is capable of doing it doesn't mean that she's evil.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Okay.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Yeah.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
Pretty much.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Alright. Yeah, fair enough. Bring in about 3 or 4 points that I can't really argue with.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
I think you can, but I don't know about necessarily want to. Maybe it's just to get payback on the people who chained you up here. I mean, you have been imprisoned down here your most of your life, right? That, I think, would make anyone want to get revenge. I mean, just look at Velvet. Girl was, like, there for, like, girl was in prison for, like, 3 years and just wanted revenge. more and more.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked
them-
me down here.
Who even
And it's
locked you
whoever
up?
sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
The narrator. Either that or... I don't know, maybe me?
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Good thing this isn't Bioshock. Saying that in its own way is a spoiler, but at the same time, it's just like... If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's good. If you've played Bioshock, though, you probably know what I'm talking about. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed here for a while and kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. I'm gonna keep you locked down for now. I'm sorry, but I can't trust you. Go back upstairs. Look for your blade. I can't believe they would keep you down like this. I'm getting out of here. This is probably the last thing she wants, and next to the last thing she wants, because it's just like, nice hanging with y'all. I'm gonna head over to Kago's stream. Oh wow, Kago's stream. Huh. Wait, Kago's stream right now. Depending on when I decide to end this, I might have a thought about that. But anyway. I'll just say it, if I decide to end it and he's still streaming, I might just do a raid on him. Just saying. Anyway. I'm going to keep you locked down here for a bit. I certainly can't trust you. Fuck it. After everything I've heard, I kind of trust her. I can't believe they... But here we go. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Or I can't believe... Nat. Yeah, you know, yeah.
You're only making this more difficult.
I don't care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Time to see if she's actually true to her word, or if she's just, if she's just another Rainier.
You're making a huge mistake.
And you're a giant gaslighter.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a touch.
Maybe, but it's mine to make.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Turn
You
back
attempt
to
to make
her.
your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door. It's locked from the outside.
Wait, I just caught that. Did you say Rainier? Yep. She's got good ears. I was like, alright, I will try to free her. I'm gonna see if this is a genuine or if she's legitimately like another Rainier.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Maybe no delay was the least of her problems.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Honestly, my only question is why it took her till now to finally do that. Kind of figured this would have happened at any point, depending on how long she's been sitting here.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Strike!
Or we could use it to free her.
Yeah.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Fuck it, save her.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Oh!
place the blade against the ragged,
Oh.
self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I was expecting him to, like, fucking cut the chain or something. I did not expect her to just... Oh.
Cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground.
If
The
she tries to kill
heavy
us,
chain
he kind of asked for that.
pursuit.
We were kind of forced into this option.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Dude!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Are you fucking serious? Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Because I kind of figured this.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Okay, now we sound insane. Let's see here. Resist.
The blade. Move.
Oh wait, he was talking about us. I thought he was talking about the fucking girl. Stop trying to move. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna say right now, if she decides to just stab me either in the chest or the back. Yeah, fair. Absolutely fair. I ain't gonna argue.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew.
Yeah.
It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab
Oh,
wound.
now you're being
It
petty.
won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die. You're on a path in the
Wait,
woods.
what?
And at the end of that path, you're here to
Wait. What? Okay, I'm not confused as to how I got to the insane route again. I'm confused as to... Is this the only other option?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And if he doesn't remember what happened, then...
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time.
Voice
did
of
he?
the Smitten.
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts.
You will see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck
I mean,
of
I am
cheese.
going to ignore him, mainly because he's annoying.
What can I say? A world without love is a...
Proceed to the cabin, whatever. I'm just gonna ignore him.
A warning. She
Yeah,
will
yeah,
not-
yeah, yeah.
Already...
I think we've all...
I do. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear.
Don't pay their bickering any mind.
Just proceeding to the cabin. Okay.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant. Its stone
Okay.
walls draped in
So-
fine-threaded tapestries. A prison.
Refusing to
befitting a
go to the
royal
cabin
prison.
over and over again left
The
us
only
to the
furniture
insane
of note
route.
is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Deciding to go downstairs without the knife led us into the being body jacked route, and then leads us into a repeat of this one, which is these basically just the knight in shining armor saving the princess in a tower tech deal.
The blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we...
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Okay, so I
Hope you
thought
know how
that
ridiculous you look.
I thought that hand was more so just like a manifestation of when I went down that insane route, and I thought that was like the face. No, this is just how the dude is. Interesting.
There was a mirror a second ago.
But now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
All right, I'll take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again.
Okay, to be fair, that was our fault. I don't blame her for that.
There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade.
I agree with him for that, but not for the reason why he thinks.
The door to the basement creaks
Yep.
open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold
Yep, this is more so Princess locked in the tower type deal.
Positioned along the walls.
To be fair, it
The
saved
basement
our
almost
hides.
Seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Yeah, again, so I don't blame her for that.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Interesting, they had like different recordings for different variations. I couldn't be mean in this game, even if it is going to lead to bad ends.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
I gotta give it to credit to this. This game is actually pretty layered. Like, this is the file I have from when I went down that insane route, and I've already gotten 2 different introductions.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do
We need
right by her
simplicity.
without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember
Whatever.
that her charms are all. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love! We're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my word.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you.
Just when you
My
think it's all
passion
figured out,
hero.
bam, there's more.
I was so worried.
Just when you think it's all figured out, bam! Circus machine!
Did you hear that?
She called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next
Very
to
controversial.
incontrovertible evidence.
Yeah, I've noticed that. When again, like I said, when I went down that insane route, the path was just wrecked to hell. And it was like twists and turns, it was just crazy. In a normal playthrough, though, it was just like that simple cabin. But in this, after we decided to basically not kill her, it sent us into a scenario where this whole thing is a knight in shining armor saves the princess locked in the tower.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
And whose fault is that?
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Yeah, not in the way you think, though.
We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't
The entire
be
world,
between
as in
worlds
plural?
forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible
Can we have the Katurian back,
devastation
please?
behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe.
At least the Katurian was
We've
funny.
been given another
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even...
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I have to ask, did the world...
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy.
That,
My heart
sounds a
melts
little,
further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
obsessive and I'll even say a bit pathetic.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to
Then
end.
I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything.
Not so sure.
Fuck it, rescue her. I don't care.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Dude, you've done more damage here this entire time than she has from what you said about the world.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present her.
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guide?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Yes,
Not on my watch, villain.
you wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you.
He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the
Huh.
princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
That shackle is different from
Should
before.
have worked.
It literally
Damned.
slip. She was able to slip her hand out of it. It's a possibility that, I don't know, maybe this world is just, if she is like this immortal Eldritch creature, maybe this world is just the recreation she wanted to create and just the major regret.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you. There's no life.
I'm free. And you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me.
princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
Dude, be honest. You asked her out one time, she said no, and you're pissed off about it. You can be honest, dude.
Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
Well, we leave.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world. We have each other. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made, and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
He's more annoying. You're the one who's delusional at this point.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I like this guy. I like this guy. I think we ought to try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together. Blech. And... lock clicks. And the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Hero is just eating popcorn watching.
I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs.
Oh god!
Her freedom and the world's
Is this
ruin
a
are just
fucking...
a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. I'm about to see the end of the world. I'd rather not see it sober.
This is Sweetheart and Space Boyfriend!
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step out.
Romantic haze.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and
Okay.
weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Huh. I kind of figured, except you know the sweet ain't colossal bitch. Not yet. I kind of figured that it wouldn't be that easy. It's time for you to leave, memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see.
Approach. It glows.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was
Like you
before.
said, she recreate this world to relive a memory about what she has regret about? She's like she's this ultra creature who can save her lover or something. Yeah.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Are you the same beings before? How much has changed? What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts, and
Okay, I'm thinking that from that logic, then the beginning, point, and the end point here are always fixed points with everything in between ever changing. That's possible.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you do? What do you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am. What I am is different from what I was.
I just realized the background to this. This is the exact type of background that we saw when we killed her the first time. So this is literally her world. In its own way, she's basically created this whole scenario and everything. And when we killed her, even though most likely it did jack shit, this whole ordeal of this world and this cabin, everything came to a grinding halt, and we just came stuck in it.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've ever met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Yeah, so again, it's like I haven't played this really until tonight, but I can figure. The first time we came across the auditory creature as a set, a 3-bodied version of her melted into one, in its own way, that was kind of like the idea of her being just this fractured mind that can't be put back together, essentially. Or put back together, but it's not the same as before. This, it's still the princess, but it's more of the love-struck princess version. So what she is saying is this figure and these parts are shaped by what you do to her in the previous sections. If you kill her over and over, she becomes more monstrous. Am I get this right? I mean, we didn't do I don't think we did shit to her, really, when we were going insane, and she became more monstrous. Do you have any thoughts on this whistle?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
So I'm kind of getting the vibe that more so, I guess I have to go down all these different paths in order to give this god, like, the different parts and the different fractures that they need in order to become a complete being. So every time when the cabin, every time when we actually leave the cabin together, that's what it looks like. Every time we leave the cabin together, pretty much it's going to go to this, but every rendition of the Eldritch God is going to be based around my experience with her in that time. And the second chapter is more so the result of that. Chapter 1 most likely is going to be, regardless, here's how I figure. Chapter 1 is going to be the death, no matter what. Chapter 1 is going to be the death. Chapter 2 is going to be the talk with the vessel. That's what I feel like it is. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
Are you the same beings before? How much
Is
have
a
you changed?
child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
An abstract. You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will
Have a way
meet
of saying
again.
no repeat path. Everything goes dark and you die. Yep. So this tells me don't take anything personal.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Alright. What time is it? Oh, I got a call from somebody. Oh boy. Honestly, I think we should call it.
The wrong button on that one.
So honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I like it. Honestly. I mean, it's interesting at the very least. I don't necessarily know if it's, I don't know. Maybe it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's, it feels like it's something that more so I kind of want to play on my own, because this feels like the type of game where it's just like, I don't necessarily know if I could make a full playthrough of it or anything, but it is definitely a game I want to explore more on my own time at least. So, yeah. But more so overall, yeah, like, it's a good game. Like, I like the little details added here and there that, like, with every new route and everything that I go down. Honestly, it's impressive just the amount of detail that there was put into this game. Like, I haven't even finished it, and I'm just like, I'm impressed. So, yeah. But overall, I honestly really did enjoy it. I for what it is honestly more so that's something up my alley and everything, and I honestly just am interested to see where else it goes. I'm interested to see, like, the reality and the truth of it all in the end and everything. And I'm just, yeah, again, I'm just honestly, I'm interested to see where this goes. So, yeah. And anyway, to touch back on that whole thing, what I was saying before, I kind of feel like I do want to end this by ranking a raid, so I feel like raiding Kagero. Indie games saving the industry since 2011. Yeah, so pretty much that's gonna be it. Thank you to everyone who joined me and everything. Thank you to Arashi for giving the money to pay for this game. Yeah, I can see the detail playing how voices that Kagero or saturate everything. Yep. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me and everything. Feel free to subscribe to me on YouTube. I got ArtStation, I got Instagram, so on and so forth. And hey, if you want to personally, again, the reason why I was able to play this is because I was paid to do this. If you want to do the same for me, you can go to ko-fi.com/theartsocial. I have a membership where you can join called Can You Play, where you pay me, and you can pay me up to $60, and I can buy a game in particular that you might want me to. If I can't do it, I'll just refund the money. But if I can, and if it's less than $60 total, I might run by you if you want to get a commission and whatnot. So yeah. Thank you so much, and I hope you all take care. Peace. Now, I guess I'm just gonna raid him, and we should be good. You can force him to play garbage. You heard him here. He's for sale, ladies. I'm just one big man whore.